Okay, now that we've had the gun apart, everything's clean, we're going to go ahead and reassemble the gun and do the final adjustments, purge the clear shot, and service that manifold. So we're just going to kind of reverse the process. We have the spool. The spool is like the dosing piston. This is purchased as an assembly. The O-rings are too difficult to take off without cutting, so you buy the spool and the O-rings are already on it. We want to use our Fusion lube and coat those O-rings up good. Make sure that bore is clean and there's no nicks or burrs. We don't want to cut our new O-rings. We're just going to get that started. And use our small screwdriver, make sure it's all the way seated. Make sure all our threads have a little bit of the Fusion lube so we can take it apart the next time we have to service the gun. If the part has wrench flats on it, we want to make sure that we use a wrench to tighten. Nothing on this gun has to be overly tightened, just a little snug. If it has knurls on it, we don't want to put pliers or anything, we want to just hand tighten. Flats, we'll use a wrench. Okay, so we're going to reassemble our piston assembly. We'll just set the handle aside. Remember, we have the dosing piston with the O-rings. We're going to come already on the dosing piston. Just put a little Fusion lube. Assemble this together without cutting the O-rings. Get it started. Going to push it past the recess. Notice there's a little groove in here. That's where that retaining ring, split ring, is going to keep that piston in place. We're just going to get the leading edge started there. And we're going to use our screwdriver and walk it around. Make sure that retaining ring isn't completely in the groove. And we're good to go. So we'll replace the O-rings. You're probably better off completely replacing with a kit and using all the seals. Okay, so again, a mix chamber has a flat surface here. It's keyed to keep it from spinning inside the handle to match up with the flat machine surface on the handle part. Sure our bores are nice and clean. Line up that key. You can push that assembly together. Make sure the stop is in the off position, the 0. Set O-ring. I'm going to coat the threads. Sure that's good hand tight. And we'll go ahead and replace our exhaust muffler. All right, then we'll put that cartridge in when we have the fluid section together and attached to the handle. Okay, we're going to reassemble the fluid section. Again, being mindful of the A and the A naught or the B side. We want to make sure we don't mix and match all the parts. So we're going to start by putting our check valve assemblies together. The little ball goes in first. It's a very small spring. Then the ball and spring retainer. Make sure that's tight. This one has the A side. Put the O-ring on to the side seal section. I can put the O-ring onto so the spring goes in. Remember, this is like a bayonet. It's going to have the tabs that we need to engage to the slot and turn it about a quarter turn, and you'll kind of capture one thing when you look at the side seal. You want to make sure those ports are exposed. If it's too far locked in, the ports will be closed off. Move over to the B side, no markings. No marking. Verify along the way. The ball goes in, the ball spring, then the ball retainer. Okay, so those are ready to go. We'll go ahead and put our air sealing O-rings into the fluid head. The smaller one goes to the ID bore. This one actually seals against the smooth bore of the mix chamber. Get the one on the back. This one will seal against the smooth bore of the handle face. We're going to get the components in there. It's the A check valve. Snug that up. There's the B. Snug that up. Now before we put the side seals in, we want to put our mix chamber. So with the A, find the witness cut for the A side of the mix chamber and make sure they're lined up. Press that in, so that way we won't endanger clipping or chipping the side seal surface. This is the B. Sure it's tight. Verify we still got the A. And make sure it's tight. We want to push this mix chamber back so we expose the ears of the mix chamber. That way they'll be able to engage. We want to make sure that our piston's all the way forward so we don't have to struggle putting that together. So we're going to line up the key, press, and turn. Okay, so check valves to the bottom. Side seals, make sure we have the A, and they're always to the left when looking at it from the back end. At this point, we can go ahead and put our protective cover back on. The flat tip and the round tip cap are different. If you're working with a flat tip and then it doesn't flit, sometimes you have both round and flat in your inventory. You just want to make sure the one with the bigger hole is for the flat tip variety. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and remove the cover. We want to keep it upright. Put it into the gun. And we'll go ahead and purge that once we get the manifold taken care of.